Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Monza Farms. For most people, today is flowers, phone calls, and lunch plans. For me, this year it was quiet in a way it had never been before. This is my first Mother's Day without my mother, and I won't pretend that the morning was easy. There is a particular kind of silence that comes with losing someone. I was sitting with that silence, and then the worker from the farm calls. He says, Amma delivered, healthy calf. I don't know how to explain what happened inside me at that moment, but something lifted, something that just had been heavy since morning shifted. I got into the car, stopped on the way to pick up some bhusa and groundnut cakes for the animals, and I drove to
ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಗಿ
the farm
ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು
with
ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ
something I
ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ
didn't
ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ
expect to feel today,
ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾದ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ
hope
ಅಂತೆ.
and something very close to joy. Because on the day I was missing my mother the most, a mother was born on my farm. And the universe, it seems, had something to say about. When I reached the farm and walked towards the shed, Zuni, a Hallikar, was standing there, calm, tired, beautiful. And next to her, curled up, still finding his legs, was a little male calf. I just stood there for a moment. There are things that farming teaches you that no book ever can. And one of them is this: life doesn't ask for permission, it arrives at midnight in a shed, in a quiet dark, and it changes everything. This white Hallikar, named Zuni, was the very first cow we brought to Monza FarmNest. Not as a grown animal, as a little one with big eyes and not quite sure what this new place was. We watched her grow up on this land, eat from it, walk, walk its path, breathe its air. This farm is the only home she has ever known. When she came of age, we tried natural mating, not once but twice. It didn't take, and so we turned to artificial insemination using Gir semen. That was something poetic about it. A Hallikar carrying a Gir, two of India's most ancient, most beloved Desi breeds coming together. The procedure was successful. We waited, months passed. Her due date was on 24th of April. She held on almost 15 to 16 more days, and then on the 9th May midnight, almost around 10:30ish, she delivered a healthy male calf, strong, bright-eyed, full of life. I was so curious and so much waiting for this delivery. My eyes were always on the CCTV camera from the 24th of April. Not even a single day and night I was missing a chance to see this. And then when the network was not well, the CCTV was not working, she delivered. It's a memorable story and a beautiful memory I am having with this Zoni and the first delivery of our Monza farms. We named this little calf Bahadur because brave is exactly what he is, and brave is exactly what his mother has been. As usual, I walk around the farm, And something else catches my eye. The mulberry tree is heavy with fruit. I plucked a few and they're really sweet. For those who don't know, there is this thing called Jeevanamrutam. It is the heart of natural farming. It's a fermented liquid made from Desi cow dung, cow urine, jaggery, pulse flour, and soil, and it is alive, teeming with billions of microorganisms that feed the soil and strengthen the plant from its root upward. Every fruit you see on my farm, every flower, every vegetable, there is Jeevanamrutam behind it. And I think about this more and more these days. We are watching a war unfold between Iran and America, and already the ripple effects are reaching the agricultural supplies. Fertilizer prices are hiking. There is no uncertainty and unavailability. And I stand here on my 15 acres of natural farming, having never used a single chemical fertilizer, and I think this is why. This is exactly why. From day zero, not day one, day zero, when we planted our first sapling on this farm, we chose natural farming. Not a trend, not a brand, as a conviction. And that's how we brought Zuni to the farm. Because for natural farming, you need cow dung and cow urine. The soil knows the difference, and the soil remembers. If there is one thing I hope this channel does, it is to show people, especially new farmers, that you don't have to start with chemicals to start well. You can begin with integrity. You can begin with Jeevan Amrita and faith. This is a neem tree. And see this gum. She has been quietly producing this on her own. On a natural farm, you learn to notice these small things. Every tree has something to offer. This is pure natural antiseptic resin. Nothing goes waste on a natural farm. If you just pay attention, this is what a healthy neem tree looks like when she is truly thriving. The 10th of May was a Mother's Day. I don't think coincidences like this are accidents. I think the universe has a way of sending you messages through the things you least expect. This cow who grew up on our farm, who struggled, who waited, who held on almost 15 days past her due date. She chose Mother's Day to deliver her first calf, her first born on this land, the land she was raised on. There is something about a mother's love that transcends species, that quiet, instinctive pull towards the animals you have carried. I watched her nuzzle Bahadur and I thought about how love doesn't need language. It doesn't need words. It just knows. And on the day the world sets aside to celebrate mothers, she reminded me of that day. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful girl. And now we come to the mangoes. This one is harder to talk about. I ordered these mango saplings from Rajahmundry. If you know anything about mangoes, you know that some of the finest planting stock in Andhra Pradesh comes from there. I wanted the best for this farm. But there was another reason too. My Nanima was from Kakinada. My mother was born in Kakinada. Though she was very young when the family shifted to Hyderabad, she grew up in Hyderabad. But Kakinada never quite left her mind. Even though I was born and brought up in Hyderabad, the way mom described the streets of Kakinada, the way Nanima describes the smell of the sea, the backyard trees, the summers there, I grew up hearing all of it. And yet, I have never visited Kakinada, not once. It always lived in my imagination. Somewhere in the back of my mind, there was always this quiet thought, someday I will go there. Someday I will see it for myself. That someday never came for us together. But when this farm took shape, something stirred in me. I thought, what if I could bring Kakinada here? What if these trees would carry that memory forward? So when I ordered the mango saplings from Rajahmundry, I was very deliberate about the variety. I didn't just want any mango. I wanted the ones my Nanima spoke about, the ones my mother spoke about, the ones she grew up eating, the ones that make the only best mango pickles, the mango avakaya. Every household has a version of the mango pickle, but I always had the one what my Nanima prepared and later my mom prepared. Mom never needed any ratio or any recipe. It was just out of her heart. She never wrote it down. She never needed to. It lived in her hands. I planted these saplings thinking when they fruit, Ammi will taste the avakaya of her childhood, a little piece of Kakinada grown in my soil. She didn't get to taste it. But these mangoes are here, and her recipe is with me. Not on paper, but somewhere deeper than that. I'm harvesting these mangoes for the first time without Ammi. These mangoes are of different shapes, different sizes. Some are perfect and some are not. But here's what I know about mothers, they don't really leave, they stay in the recipes. I am making the mango pickle today, mom's recipe, the one she made every summer, the one that filled her house with the sharp, bright smell of raw mango and the spice. I'm cutting the mangoes, mixing the ingredients. My hands remember things my mind is still learning to hold. This pickle is not just a jar of pickle. It is a conversation I'm having with her in my mind. A way of saying, I was listening. Ammi, all those years, I was watching and learning, and I didn't even know it. The mangoes she never got to taste from my farm. I will pickle them with her hands and I will eat them thinking of her. Today on Monza farm, a calf was born. A mother found her first child. The plants gave its first fruit. and her daughter made her mother's pickle for the first time alone, but not quite. Monza FarmNest is not just farm. It's a place where life continues in all its seasons, in all its grief, in all its unexpected joy. Thank you for being here with me. If this touched something in you, leave a comment. Share it with someone you love. And if your mother is still with you, call her today. Tell her something you meant to say. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, take care.